inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse of any function exists if the function is bisective. Suppose you take a sine function. Sine function is defined for all real numbers. So the domain is all real numbers and its range is -1 to 1. Now you take the equation sin x equals to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 lies in the codomain. So now what are the values satisfying sin x equals to 1 by 2 in the real numbers? We know the general solution of sin x equals to 1 by 2, that is sine 5 by 6. So x equals to n pi plus -1 whole power n into 5 by 6, n belongs to z. So there exist so many values in the domain whose n pi plus -1 whole power n into 5 by 6. All the values belongs to the domain. All these values mapped with 1 by 2. So different elements but the same image. So the function is not 1. For example, sin pi by 6, 1, sin 5 pi by 6, 2 pi plus pi by 6, 13 pi by 6, and so on. So different values but the same image 1 by 2 in the codomain. So it is the function is not 1, 1. So not 1, 1 means it is not a bijection. So for this function, inverse not exist. But so that's why we restrict the domain so that not only sine, cos x also you take, cos x also from all real numbers to -1 to 1. So this is also same. If you take cos x equals to √3 by 2, x equals to 60 degrees, but it is 5 by 6. Same. Next 2 pi minus 5 by 6, 11 pi by 6, and so on. Different values, but same image. So it is also not 1. And tan x from all real numbers except odd multiples of pi by 2. This is the domain. And range is all real numbers. So this function also not 1, 1. So any trigonometry function, sine, cos, tan, and secant, cosecant, and cot. So in the respective domains, no function is bisective. For those functions, inverse does not exist. So that's why actual domains we restricted to another domain, some small domain, so that the function is 1, 1, and on to enhance it is bisective. For those functions only inverse exists. That restricted domain is called principal domain. So for sin x, we take the principal domain as only we take closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. And for cos x, we take, we are restricting the actual domain is all real numbers, but we are restricted this domain to only minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. And for cos x, we are taking 0 to pi. Tan x, we are taking minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. In this domains only, sine function, cos function, and tan function. Similarly, cot x also, we restrict the domain to open 0 to pi except pi by 2. But only 0 to pi. Next, secant x. Secant x is close to 0 to pi, but secant 90 is not defined, so we have to eliminate that value. This is the restricted domain or principal domain of secant x. Similarly, cosecant x is close to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, and except 0. So these are the principal domains of the sine, cos, tan, and cot, secant, and cosecant x. And the ranges we take the same range. Sin x range is -1 to 1. Next, cos x also same -1 to 1. Tan x all real numbers. Cot x all real numbers. secant x all real numbers except between -1 and +1. And for this also same -1 to 1, or you can write this one -infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity. So if you take the sine function from -π/2 to +π/2 to -1 to 1, sin x from -1 to -π/2 to +π/2 to -1 to 1. So now the function is both 1 and 1 2. So for this function inverse exists. So sin inverse x from domain is -1 to 1. Sin inverse x from -1 to 1 to -π/2 to +π/2. So -π/2 to +π/2 is the range of the sin inverse x. Similarly, cos inverse x is same -1 to 1 to close in 0 to pi. For this only we will get. For these principal domains only both 1 1 and 1 2. So for this only we will write inverses. Similarly, tan inverse x from all real numbers to open -π/2 to +π/2. Cot inverse x all real numbers to open 0 to pi. Next, secant inverse x r -1 to 1 to close 0 to pi without pi/2. Similarly, cosecant inverse x equals to same domain r from -1 to 1 r minus 2 closed -π/2 to +π/2 without 0 between this. So for this only principal domain only we will write the inverse of the functions. Now we will see the graph of these functions. So sin inverse x, so suppose if you take y equals to sin inverse x, so domain is only for -1 to 1 this is defined, and range you will get always -π/2 to +π/2, and the graph of sin inverse x only defined for -1 to +1. So the graph is and y equals to sin inverse x. So with respect to y equal to x, we have to take the image of the graph. For sin x, we will get like this. Graph of sin inverse x is minimum value -π/2, maximum value +π/2. So you will get like, so for this is 1. So like this, you will get the graph of sin inverse x. Next, similarly, second one, y equals to cos inverse x. Domain is same -1 to 1, and the range closer 0 to pi. And the graph of the function is it is only range always positive above the graph, above the x-axis. And the graph is you will get like this. This is also between -1 and +1. So maximum value is pi, minimum value is 0. So like this, and this value is pi/2. So this is the graph of cos inverse x. Similarly, next to third one, y equals to tan inverse x. So for this function, domain is all real numbers, and the range is open -π/2 to +π/2. So graph of this is lies between -π/2 and +π/2. So, and it takes all real numbers. Graph is so like this you will get. So this is the graph of tan inverse x. And this one is y equals to cos inverse x, and this one is y equals to sin inverse x. So it is an increasing function tan inverse x. Next, similarly y equals to cot inverse x. Domain is all real numbers, and the range is only open 0 to 5. And the graph, if you see, it is also totally above the x-axis, because the range is open 0 to 5, and it takes above 0 to 0 to 5. So this is at a 5. So you take middle 5 by 2. And like this, you will get all x belongs to our to the graph. So y equals to cot inverse x. This is the graph of cot inverse x, and it is a decreasing function. Next, secant inverse x. Y equals to secant inverse x. Domain is r minus open interval minus 1 to 1. And the range is closer 0 to 5 without 5 by 2. And the graph it won't take the values between minus 1 and plus 1. So without 5 by 2 means you take one dotted line at 5 by 2. So y equals to secant inverse 1. So like this we will get. And 5 by 2. This is 5. So 5 means at minus 1. This is like this we will get. This is y equals to secant inverse x. And this is also y equals to secant inverse x. It won't come between minus 1 and plus 1. So one right side, only one minus 1 left side. So like this we will get the graph of secant inverse x. Similarly, last one y equals to the secant inverse x. For this function, domain is same, r minus open minus 1 to 1, and the range is closed minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 without 0. Because cosecant 0 is not different, so cosecant inverse we won't get it. So the graph, if you see, then here also graph we won't get between minus 1 and plus 1. And maximum value is plus pi by 2, and minimum value is minus pi by 2. So at 1, this value is pi by 2. Like this, you will get of y equals to cosecant inverse. Similarly, at minus pi by 2, like this, you will get y equals to cosecant inverse x. So these are the domain, range, and the graph of inverse trigonometric functions. Next, some properties and some principal values we will see. Exercise 2.1. So we have to write the principal values of the following inverse functions. Sin inverse minus 1 by 2. Sin inverse minus 1 by 2. So here you have to write the sin inverse range is only between minus 5 by 2 to plus 5 by 2. So you have to take sin inverse 1 by 2 equals to y. Y belongs to what is the range? Sin inverse range is minus 5 by 2 to plus 5 by 2. So y value also you have to write in this only. So sin y equals to minus 1 by 2. So for minus 1 by 2 and minus 5 by 2 to 5 by 2, here we get it sin minus 5 by 6. So the principal value is principal value of sin inverse minus 1 by 2 is 5 by minus 5 by 6. Similarly, we can find the other. Next one, cos inverse root 3 by 2. Cos inverse root 3 by 2. So cos inverse x range is closer 0 to pi. You have to write only one value between 0 to pi. Unique value you will get because it is bijective function. So cos y equals to root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 in this 0 to pi. Positive means you have to write only the first column. Cos 5 by 6. So the principal value of y equals to 5 by 6. Only in this branch only we will get 5 by 6. Next, third one is cosecant inverse. Third one, cosecant inverse 2. Cosecant inverse 2 equals to 5. So what is the principal value branch? Closer minus 5 by 2 to plus 5 by 2 without 0. So cosecant y equals to 2. Where we get to 2? Cosecant 5 by 6. So y equals to 5 by 6. So that is principal value. Principal value equals to 5 by 6. Tan inverse minus root 3 equals to y. So what is the tan inverse x range? Open minus 5 by 2 to plus 5 by 2. So tan y equals to minus root 3. So tan negative means 0 to 5 by 2 first quadrant positive, negative means minus and you have to write. So tan minus root 3, 5 by 3. So principal value is minus 5 by 3. Next, fifth one, cos inverse minus 1 by 2. So let it be y. And y cos inverse range 0 to 5. So cos y equals to minus 1 by 2. Cos negative means 0 to pi. First quadrant positive, second quadrant negative. So second quadrant angle you have to write. In the principal value branch only you have to write. So cos 180 minus where you get 1 by 2, that is 5 by 3. So angle is cos 2 pi by 3. So this is the principal value branch. Principal value equals to 2 pi by 3. So value of cos inverse minus 1 by 2 is 2 pi by 3. Next, tan inverse minus 1. Then let it be y. So what is the principal value branch of tan inverse x? Minus open interval minus 5 by 2 to plus 5 by 2. So tan y equals to minus 1. So negative means you have to first quadrant positive. So 0 to minus 5 by 2 you have to write fourth quadrant. So minus theta. Minus 5 by 4. Our principal value is minus 5 by 4. Next, secant inverse of 2 by root 3. So it is y. So what is secant inverse x? closer 0 to pi without pi by 2. So this is the principal value branch. So in this branch, you have to write the corresponding angle 2 by root 3. Positive means first quadrant. For all inverse trigonometry functions, first positive means first quadrant. For a tan inverse, sin inverse, tan inverse, cosecant inverse, minus angle, you have to write for negative values. For the remaining three, you have to write the second quadrant angle. So here positive means first quadrant for all. So where you get root 3 by 2 for the cos 30, so cos pi by 6, secant pi by 6, so principal value is pi by 6. Cot inverse root 3, cot inverse root 3. So let it be y. So cot inverse belongs to open 0 to pi. So cot y equals to root 3. So 0 to pi positive, first quadrant angle pi by 6. So principal value is this also pi by 6. Next, ninth one. Cos inverse minus 1 by root 2. So let it be y. So cos inverse means 0 to pi. So cos y equals to minus 1 by root 2. So between 0 to pi, cos negative means you have to write the second quadrant angle. Second quadrant angle is cos 180 minus. Cos 180 minus 1 by root 2 you get at pi by 4. Cos pi minus pi by 4. Cos 3 pi by 4. So principal value is equals to 3 pi by 4. Next, temple cosecant inverse minus 2. Cosecant inverse minus 2. Let it be y. What is the principal value branch for this cosecant inverse? Open close minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 without 0. Cosecant y equals to minus 2. Negative angle means minus 0 right for cosecant. Minus pi by 6. So principal value is minus pi by 6. Sorry, the problem is minus root 2. Minus root 2, minus root 2. So minus pi by 4, minus pi by 4. The principal value is minus pi by 4. Next, we can find the value of tan inverse 1 plus cos inverse minus 1 by 2 plus sin inverse minus 1 by 2. Tan inverse 1 at principal value branch minus pi by 2 to pi plus pi by 2 tan pi by 4. Cos inverse you have to write cos 2 pi by 3 plus sin inverse. In the principal value branch only you have to write sin minus pi by 6. Because the tan inverse is 0 minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 open interval. For cos closed interval 0 to pi, sin inverse minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So answer is pi by 4 plus 2 pi by 3 minus pi by 6. So by taking LCM 12, 3 pi, 4 times 4 into 2, 8 pi, 3 times 2 pi. 9 pi by 12, 3 will cancel, 3 pi by 4. The answer is 3 pi by 4. Next, 12th one. Cos inverse 1 by 2 plus 2 sin inverse 1 by 2. Cos inverse 1 by 2, first quadrant 1 by 2 at 5 by 3 plus 2 into sin inverse 1 by 2, 5 by 6. Sin pi by 6 is 1 by 2. So pi by 3 plus pi by 3 is what? 2 pi by 3. Otherwise, we can write as 7th one. Next, 13th one. Y equals to sine inverse x. Then what is the range of sine inverse x? So y belongs to range minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. 7 1. 14th one. Tan inverse root 3 minus secant inverse minus 2. Tan inverse root 3 at 60. Secant inverse negative. So second quadrant we have to write pi minus pi by 3. So pi minus pi by 3 is minus pi by 3. By simplifying we will get it. So this is next some properties of the triangle. Properties of inverse trigonometry function. First property is sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2 for x belongs to minus 1 to 1. Domain is important here. For those values only it will say. Next, the second one, cos inverse x plus, sorry, this is tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2, or this is true for all real numbers. Third one, secant inverse x plus cosecant inverse x equals to pi by 2. And this is true for only x belongs to r minus 1 to minus 1 to 1. In the respective domains only it is true. So proof is simple one. Let sin inverse x equals to y. Let sin inverse x equals to y. So x equals to sin y. And we know sin inverse x ranges from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So x equal to sin y. So x sin y you can write cos pi by 2 minus y. You can write the sin value in terms of cos so many possibilities. But for which one you have to write will depend on this value. Y belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi. So minus y also belongs to same interval, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So by adding pi by 2 minus y belongs to 0 to pi, and this is the principal value range of cos inverse x. So this is the correct representation of sin y in terms of cos pi by 2 minus y. Cos pi by 2 minus y, cos 3 pi by 2 plus y also cos y sin y only, but we won't write it because 3 pi by 2 plus y is not belongs to the principal value range. This is the only pi by 2 minus pi belongs to 0 to pi. That's why we are writing. So if you for this inverse trigonometry, you can write cos inverse x equals to pi by 2 minus y. And what is y? Sin inverse x. So if you take minus to this side, cos inverse x plus sin inverse x equals to pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 minus y sin y, cos 3 pi by 2 minus y, and so many ways you can express sin y. But among all those, only one value belongs to the principal value range. That only you have to write. Here if you observe the range of y, pi by 2 minus y belongs to 0 to pi. That's why we are writing pi by 2 minus y. If pi by 2 minus y is not in the principal value range, we won't write this one cos inverse x because the range does not equal. Like this, remaining two also we can prove. Next, the second property, sin inverse 1 by x equals to cosecant inverse x for x greater than or equals to 1, that is mod x greater than or equals to 1. Similarly, second one, cos inverse 1 by x. Cos inverse 1 by x is secant inverse x, same as mod x greater than or equal to 1. Next, the third one, tan inverse 1 by x equals to cot inverse x for x greater than 0. X greater than 0 is important. If x is negative, next property we will get. So according to that, first we have to simplify. Later we have to take cot inverse x equals to tan inverse 1 by x. Always we will write positive value for tan inverse. Proof is simple. Sin inverse 1 by x equals to y. So what is the range of y? Sin inverse range. Sin inverse range is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So 1 by x equals to sin y. So x equals to 1 by sin y, that is cosecant y. And y value also minus pi by 2 to cos pi by 2. So for these values, and x not equal to 0 also. And x not equal to 0 because 1 by x not defined. So in this case, for this cosecant inverse y, we can write because cosecant inverse x equals to y. As y belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And what is y? Sin inverse 1 by x. So what we get? Sin inverse 1 by x equals to cosecant inverse x. So for x belongs to r minus minus 1. Similarly, you can write sin inverse x equals to cosecant inverse 1 by x. And this is to for all x belongs to minus 1 to 1 equal to 0. So like this equals sin inverse 1 by x equals to cosecant inverse x. Similarly, secant inverse x equal to cosecant inverse cos inverse 1 by x like that. Next, third property, negative property. Sin inverse minus x equals to, you can take minus outside from sin inverse x. So minus sin inverse x, x belongs to minus 1 to plus 1. Next is second one now. Tan inverse minus x. So tan inverse minus x is this one also you can take minus outside, minus tan inverse x, x belongs to minus 1. So this is x belongs to r. And the next one, cosecant inverse minus x. You can take minus outside, minus cosecant inverse x. And x belongs to r minus 1 minus 1 to 1. So you take sin inverse minus x equals to y. So y belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So minus x equals to sin y. X equals to minus sin y. Minus sin y you can write so many ways. But which one belongs to that interval you have to decide by using y range. Y belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Minus y also belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So it is in the principal value range. So sin minus y you can write sin minus y also. Sin 2 pi plus 2 pi minus y also sin y only. Minus sin y. You can write this one also. But if you write sin 2 pi minus y equals to x, if 2 pi minus y belongs to the principal value, then we can take sin to that side. And we can write 2 pi minus y equals to sin inverse x. This is valid only if 2 pi minus y belongs to principal value. But if you add 2 pi to this side, 2 pi minus y belongs to 2 pi minus pi by 2 is 3 pi by 2. 5 by 2 pi plus pi by 2 is 5 pi by 2. This is not the principal value. So this is not belongs to sin. This is not equal to sin. So this way of writing is wrong. So only we write sin minus y. And so sin minus y equals to what is x? Sin minus y. And minus y also belongs to that interval. So we can write sin inverse x equals to minus y. And what is minus y? So from this minus sin inverse x equals to y, and y equals to sin inverse minus x. This is the proof of sin inverse x minus x equals to minus sin inverse x. Similarly, we can prove the remaining part. So to write the sin inverse or cos inverse or tan inverse or secant whatever, first we have to observe the range. If x value belongs to the principal value range, then only we will write inverse. Otherwise, we won't write. Next property. cos inverse minus x. Pi minus cos inverse x. X belongs to -1 to 1. Second one, cot inverse minus x. Pi minus cot inverse x. X belongs to R. So secant inverse minus x. Sorry, this is secant inverse minus x. Pi minus secant inverse x. X belongs to R minus -1 to 1. So we take anyone's cos inverse minus x equals to y. What is the y range? 0 to 5. So minus x equals to cos y. So x equals to minus cos y. Minus cos y you can express so many ways. Minus cos y equals to, what is cos pi minus y? Minus cos y. Cos 3 pi minus y, cos y, minus cos y, and so on. So many ways we can express. But what is in the principal value range? So pi minus y or 3 pi minus y, I don't know. So if y belongs to 0 to pi, minus y belongs to minus pi to 0. So that means by adding pi minus y belongs to, by adding pi 0 to pi. So this is in the principal value range. Suppose if you observe 3 pi minus y, by adding 3 pi to this side, 3 pi minus y equals, belongs to, 3 pi minus y is 2 pi to 3 pi. This is not the principal value range. So which one we have to write? 0 to pi. Which one belongs to 0 to pi? Pi minus y. Corresponding to that, we have to write cos minus y as cos pi minus y. So now x equals to cos pi minus y, and pi minus y belongs to principal value range. So you can write cos inverse x equals to pi minus y. Here, pi minus y is not in the principal value range. We cannot write like this because this range will differ. So in that case, we cannot equate both. So here, that's why we are not writing 3 pi minus y or 5 pi minus y and so on. Now, x equals to, so proof completed, cos inverse x equals to y equals to pi minus cos inverse x. And we have taken in the beginning y as cos inverse minus x. So it is equals to pi minus cos inverse x. Similarly, we can prove another. If only one thing, if f of x equals to y, if and only if x equals to f inverse y, we will write if its inverse trigonometry function, this range and this range, inverse range, both are equal, then only we will write. Otherwise, we won't write. So many ways we can write, but only one value belongs to the principal value. That one we have to find it. Next property. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy for xy less than 1. And the second one, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to 5 plus tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. If the xy greater than 1 and x greater than 0, y greater than 0. If both are positive, then only we will get this one, xy greater. Next, similarly for minus, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. If the xy greater than -1. Next, the fourth one, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse 5 plus tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. If xy less than minus 1, x greater than 0, y less than 0. So for this one, we will get proof. To prove this one, first you take tan inverse x equals to a. So x equals to tan a. And similarly, tan inverse x equals to b. So in place x equals to tan b. So tan x equals to tan inverse x equal to b in place x equal to tan b. Now you find tan a plus b. Tan a plus b equals to tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. So it is equals to tan a plus tan b. Tan a is x plus y by 1 minus xy. So tan a plus b equals to x plus y by 1 minus. Now you can take tan to that side. So a plus b equals to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Actually, we will get so many cases, but for the exam point of view, no need. Directly can write it. We will see it later. How many cases we will play this one. A plus b equals to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Because x plus y positive, x minus y, 1 minus xy is positive. So between minus y by 2 plus y by 2 only we will get all cases. And what is here? Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. It is equals to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Similarly, if you put x equal to minus y, you will get third one. Second case, same you take tan inverse x equals to a, tan inverse y equals to b. In place x equals to tan a, y equals to tan b. So same tan a plus b equals to same tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b, so 1 minus xy. Here what we have cases x greater than 0, y greater than 0, xy greater than 1. X greater than 0 means tan inverse x a equals to tan inverse x, that is tan inverse x, so x positive means tan inverse x also positive, belongs to 0 to pi by 2. So a greater than a belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Negative value minus pi by 2 to 0. Similarly, tan inverse y greater than 0 implies b belongs to 0 to pi by 2. So by adding these two, a plus b belongs to 0 to pi. A plus b belongs to either q1 or q2. Now tan a plus b. Tan a plus b is x plus y by 1 minus xy. X positive, y positive, so x plus y positive. Xy greater than 1, so 1 minus xy is negative. So negative means a plus b belongs to q2 or q4. But from this q1 or q3, so from 1 and 2, common value is a plus b belongs to q2. Q2 means pi by 2 to pi. Pi by 2 to pi, but this is not the principal value. So we cannot write the tan inverse. So I have to change this. Now what we have? X plus y by 1 minus xy equals to tan a plus b. This one we have. We cannot take tan inverse to this side because a plus b does not belong to the principal value belongs to tan inverse. So we have to change this one. So many ways we can change this one, but we have to write pi minus a plus b. Why we are writing pi minus a plus b means a plus b belongs to pi by 2 to pi. So minus a plus b belongs to minus pi by 2 minus pi by 2. by adding 5 minus a plus b. Now, by adding 5, we will get 0 to minus 5 plus 5, 0 to 5 plus 5 by 2. We have to write 5 plus a plus b first one. So a plus b belongs to odd one. A plus b belongs to 5 by 2 to 5. Or you can write minus 5 minus a plus b. Minus 5 minus a plus. What is minus 5 minus a plus b? Minus a plus b. Minus 5 plus a plus b. Minus 5 plus a plus b gives by adding minus 5, 5 by 2 minus 5. Minus 10 by 2. 5 minus 5 by 2 0. So it is in the principal value. Minus 5 by 2 is 0. We have to write minus 5 plus a plus b. Minus 5 plus a plus b. Because we have already minus 2 for tan theta, but minus is there. So minus plus tan theta only is there. So for this we can take tan inverse. Because minus 5 plus a plus b belongs to the principal value. So tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus x square. So it is equal to minus 5 plus a plus b. So from this a plus b, what is a plus b? Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. If you take minus 5 to this side, plus 5. 5 plus tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus x square. This tan a plus b, because a plus b is not belongs to the principal value. We have to change tan a plus b to minus 5 plus a plus b, because that belongs to the principal value. No other transformation this cannot belong to this. So similarly, if you put y equals to minus y, you will get the next two results. Next fourth one, by putting y equals to minus y, we get fourth one. Next result, sixth one, 2 tan inverse x equals to sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x squared for mod x less than or equal to 1. And this is also equals to cos inverse 1 minus x squared by 1 plus x squared, x greater than or equal to 0. Tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x squared or minus 1 less than x less than 1. So to prove this result, you take tan inverse x equals to theta. So x equals to tan theta. So you find tan 2 theta. Tan 2 theta in terms of sine is, or you have to find sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta equals to, in terms of tan, 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. That is equals to 2x by 1 plus x square. So 2 theta equals to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. And theta is sine inverse x. Or theta is tan inverse x. So 2 tan inverse x equals to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Similarly, cos 2 theta equals to 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. So it is equals to 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. So 2 theta equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. So 2 tan inverse x equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Similarly, you can write 2 tan inverse x, tan 2 theta. 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta. So this is 2x by 1 minus x square. 2 theta equals to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. 2 tan inverse x equals to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. Next one. Sin inverse 2x into root 1 minus x square is equals to 2 sin inverse x or minus 1 by root 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 by root 2. And we can write this one as 2 cos inverse x also. 1 by root 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. So first one, if I take first one, you have to take x equals to sin theta. So x equal to sin theta implies theta equals to sin inverse x. Now sin inverse 2x, x is sin theta, root 1 minus sin square theta. Sin inverse 2x into root 1 minus x square equals to. So sin inverse 2 sin theta cos theta. So sin inverse sin 2 theta. Sin inverse cancel 2 theta. So 2 into sin inverse x. Similarly, if you to do the second one, you have to take x equals to cos theta. So that theta equals to cos inverse x. So sin inverse 2x into root 1 minus x square equals to sin inverse 2 cos theta into root 1 minus cos square theta is sin theta. So sin inverse sin 2 theta. So this is 2 theta. So theta equals to cos inverse x. So 2 cos. But here you may get one doubt. Even for second one also, if you take x equal to sin theta, you will get the same. So 2 sin inverse x also is there. But this is all depend on the domain, minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2. For example, first one, if you take x equals to sin theta value between minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2. So for these values, minus 5 by 4 to plus 5 by 4. So theta minus 1. If you multiply with 2, minus 5 by 2 to 2 theta less than or equals to 5 by 2. This is the principal value branch of sin inverse x. So that's why we are writing in the first one sin inverse. Suppose if you take the cos theta, it is not the principal value branch of cos. So it is taking substitution x equal to cos theta for first one is wrong. Because 2 theta is not in the principal value. You cannot write cos inverse x. To write the cos inverse x, it lies between 2 theta lies between 0 to 5. But 2 theta is not belongs to this interval for the corresponding domain. Suppose second one, if you take x equal to sin theta also you can take. But 1 by root 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. So 1 by root 2 less than or equal to x means cos theta if you take 1. So 0 to cos decreasing function, so reverse you have to get 1 is 0. 1 by root 2 is 5 by 4. If you multiply with 2, this is 0 to 5 by 1 by root 2. So this is the principal value branch of cos inverse x. 0 to 5. Okay, this is also belongs to the interval. 0 to 5 by 2. So this is in the principal value branch. You can write it. Suppose if you take sin theta 0 to 5 by 2. What is going to 0 to cos theta 1 by root 2 less than or equal to 0 to 5 by 4. 2 theta 5 by 2. 0 to 5 by 2. Next exercise 2.2. We got 3 sin inverse x. 3 sin inverse x equals to sin inverse 3x minus 4x cubed. X belongs to close minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2. To prove this theorem, problem, sin inverse x equals to theta, so x equals to sin theta. Take sin 3 theta minus sin 3 theta equals to 3 sin theta minus 4 sin 2 theta. So this is equals to 3x minus 4x cube sine 3 theta. See, x belongs to minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2. So sin theta belongs to this one. So theta belongs to minus 5 by 6 plus 5 by 6. Phi theta belongs to minus 5 by 2 to plus 5 by 2. So this is the principal element. So we can write phi theta equals to sine inverse. Because both ranges are the same. 3x minus 4x cube. But what is theta? Sine inverse x. Sine inverse of 3x minus 4x. Similarly, second one also same. 3 cos inverse x equals to cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x. And x belongs to 1 by 2 to 1. So same cos inverse x equals to theta, so that x equals to cos theta. So cos 3 theta you consider 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. So 4x cube minus 3x. This is cos 3 theta. So 3 theta equals to cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x. So 3 cos inverse x equals to cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x. Here also same x belongs to 1 by 2 to 1 means cos theta belongs to 1 by 2 to 1. In place, so theta belongs to 0 to pi by 3. Your cos degree. If you multiply with 3, phi theta belongs to 0 to pi. This is principal element. So that's why you are writing. Next, third one. Here to tan inverse 2 by 11 plus tan inverse 7 by 24. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse. First we have to find xy value. 2 by 11 into 7 by 24 less than 1. So directly we get to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. So it is equals to tan inverse 48 plus 77 by 11 into 24. 264 minus 14. So it is equals to tan inverse 125 and this is 250. So 125 to be 1 by 2 tan inverse 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 7. 2 tan inverse x equals to tan inverse 2 into x by 1 minus x square plus tan inverse 1 by 7 square. So tan inverse 1 minus 1 by 4. 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4. So it is 4 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 7. And xy value 4 by 21 less than 1. So tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. So it is equals to tan inverse 28 plus 3 by 21 minus 4. So it is equals to tan inverse 31 by 17. Simplify this. Tan inverse root 1 plus x square minus 1 by x not equal to 0. If 1 plus x square means you have to take 1 plus tan square theta. So x equals to tan theta. Trial and error method only. If it is not simplified, you have to take another. So x equals to tan theta into theta equals to tan inverse x. So by writing here tan inverse root 1 plus tan square theta is secant theta minus 1 by tan theta. So take secant is 1 by cos, so 1 minus cos theta by cos theta. Tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. So cos theta we cancel. tan inverse 1 minus cos theta half angle formula 2 sin square theta by 2. Sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. So it is equals to tan inverse tan sin cancels and by cos tan theta by 2. Tan inverse cancel 1 by 2 theta. So 1 by 2 into theta is nothing but tan inverse x. So simplified. Next, similarly, second one, tan inverse 1 by root x square minus 1. Root x square minus 1 means identity secant square theta minus 1 or cosecant square theta minus 1. So better you take x equal to cot theta directly in it. X equals to cosecant theta. If you write secant theta, again you have to simplify it. So directly we write this one. Theta equals to cosecant inverse x. So tan inverse 1 by root cosecant square theta minus 1. Cosecant square theta minus 1 is cot theta, 1 by cot theta. So 1 by cot theta is tan theta. So tan inverse cancel theta. So it is equals to cosecant inverse x. Suppose if you take x equal to secant theta, at last you have to change it. Next is seventh one. Tan inverse root 1 minus cos x by 1 plus cos x. Tan inverse root 1 minus cos x half angle formula 2 sin square x by 2. 2 cos square x by 2. So it is equals to tan inverse tan x by 2. So x by 2. Directly we cancel. Next, eighth one also tan inverse cos x minus sin x by cos x plus sin x. By dividing with cos 1 minus tan x by 1 plus tan x. And we have formula for this one. 1 minus tan x by 1 plus tan x is tan pi by 4 minus x. So by simplifying tan inverse cancel pi by 4 minus x. Tan inverse x by root a square minus x square. X equals to a sin theta. So that theta equals to sin inverse x by a. So this is equals to tan inverse x is a sin theta. A square minus a square, that is a square cos square theta, under root is a cos theta. So a cancel tan inverse tan theta. Tan inverse cancel theta. Theta is sin inverse x by a. Next, 10th one, tan inverse 3a square x minus x cubed by a cube minus 3a x square. Here you have to take x equals to a tan theta. So implies theta equals to tan inverse x by a. So it is equals to tan inverse 3a square into a cube tan theta. A cube tan cube theta. A cube minus a into a square. A cube again tan square theta. A cube will cancel 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. So it is equals to tan inverse. This is the formula for tan 3 theta. So this is 3 theta. So 3 into theta is the tan inverse x by a. So this is the simplest form. Next down to we have to simplify this value. Tan inverse 2 cos 2 sin inverse 1 by 2. Tan inverse 2 cos of 2 into sin inverse 1 by 2, we get pi by 6. Sin pi by 2 1 by sin pi by 6 1 by 2. So tan inverse 2 cos pi by 3 cos 60 1 by 2. Tan inverse 1. Answer is pi by 4. cot of tan inverse A plus cot inverse A. Already we proved cot inverse x plus tan inverse x is 5/2. So cot 90 is 0. Tan of half into sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square plus cos inverse 1 minus y square by 1 plus y square. Tan of half into sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square is 2 tan inverse x. And this is also same formula but in terms of y, 2 tan inverse y. Half of 2 cancel, tan inverse of x plus tan inverse y. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, we have formula tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. So tan inverse cancels, so answer is x plus y by 1 minus xy. This is 1314. Sine of sin inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x equals to 1. Sin value vector 90 is 1, so sin inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x equals to 5/2. So sin inverse 1 by 5 equals to 5/2 minus cos inverse x. But 5/2 minus cos inverse x is sin inverse x. Sin inverse x equals to sin inverse 1 by 5. So x equals to 1 by 5 by equation. Tan inverse x minus 1 by x minus 2 plus tan inverse x plus 1 by x minus plus 2 equals to 5/4. What are the values of x? Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Equals to 5/4. Can you take to the tan inverse? So by simplifying x minus 1 into x plus 2, cross multiplication x plus 1 into x minus 2, x minus 2 into x plus 2, x minus 1 into x plus 2, and 5/4. And 5/4 value 1. So x square plus x square, 2x square minus x plus x cancel, plus 2x minus 2x cancel, minus 2 minus 2, minus 4. This is x square minus 4, x square minus 1 equals to 1. Denominator x square will cancel. 2x square minus 4 equals to minus 4 plus 1, that is minus 3. So 2x square equals to plus 4 minus is 1. X square equals to 1 by 2. So x value is plus or minus 1 by root 2. 16 plus sin inverse sin 2 pi by 3. You cannot cancel sin inverse and sin because the 2 pi by 3 does not belong to the principal value branch minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So in that case, we have to change sin 2 pi by 3 as sin 180 minus pi by 3. Sin 180 minus pi by 3 is sin pi by 3. Now pi by 3 belongs to the principal value branch, so we can cancel. As pi by 3 belongs to minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. But last you have to get the value between minus pi by 2 and plus pi by 2. Next one also same. Tan inverse tan 3 pi by 4. 3 pi by 4 first of all does not belong to the principal value branch minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So you have to change this one. Tan inverse tan of 3 pi by 4 you can write pi minus pi by 4. Tan inverse tan 180 minus theta is minus tan pi by 4. And you can write this one tan inverse minus 1. Answer is minus 5/4. Tan of sin inverse 3/5 plus cot inverse 3/3. Right, in terms of tan inverse 3/5 is nothing but tan inverse 3/4. This is also tan inverse 3/3 for positive values. And here xy value is less than 1 only. So tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Tan inverse cancel 9 plus 8 plus 17, 12 minus 6, 6. So 17/6 is the answer. Cos inverse cos 7/6. Then it is also not belongs to the principal element. So that is change it. Cos inverse cos 2 pi minus theta, 2 pi minus 5/6. Cos 360 minus theta is cos theta, so cos 5/6. And it belongs to principal element. So 5/6 is the answer. 0 to 5. Next to 20. Sin of 5/3 minus sin inverse minus 1/3. So sin of 5/3 minus 1/2 is minus 5/6 plus 5/6 and 90 value 1. Tan inverse √3 minus cot inverse minus √3. So tan inverse √3 is 5/3 minus 5 minus 5/3. Because second quadrant negative. So answer is minus 5/3. Tan inverse √3 is 5/3. Cot inverse minus √3. Negative means 5 minus 5/3. So 5/3 plus 5/3, 2/3 minus 5/3.